Sometimes life throws bold moments at you, like finding the perfect vacation or finding the ideal location. At BOS, we're there to help you meet those moments with bold confidence. So whether it's managing money for future plans or getting what you need to start planning your dream, we're here to bring you a better banking experience. Make the bold move and switch to BOS today.
Hi, this is Ron Kinscherf. This is the Business Spotlight brought to you by the Bank of Springfield, and we're going to talk to Wgca today. We got Bob Daly, Broc, Hampsmire, and what's interesting about your situation upstairs is that you guys have swapped positions, basically, haven't you?
Yes, we have. I'll jump right in if that's all right. But I was the executive director for roughly 3.5, 4 years, but who's keeping track?
Nobody.
Anyway, but I felt it for several reasons, I felt it was a time to step down, and the perfect individual to take my spot is Broc. And anyway, as executive director, basically the buck stops here with Wgca. I don't know, a little background. We've been around for a little over 37 years. And we're upstairs, by the way. Do you hear us moving furniture?
Well, you're closer to Jesus when you're upstairs. That makes perfect sense.
Well, that's...
So, but you did start in '87, right?
Yes.
And, well, first of all, but you're sticking around for a while, right?
Correct. I'm going to become the underwriter, and then Broc will be the executive director.
Okay.
We're literally flip-flopping.
Okay.
Are
you changing offices even? Okay.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet, but we're working on it.
Okay. But just doing some research, you guys started in the back of a meat truck in 1987?
Yep. It's still there.
So how did that all happen?
I'm going to let Broc do that one.
Well, so at the tower site out on Cannonball Road, that's where the meat truck is, and there's other things out there, and multiple people use that tower, not just us. But they literally rolled in a truck because they just needed somewhere to house everything and to broadcast out of. So somebody just came up with the idea of what about a trailer? What about a semi-trailer? Because it provided plenty of room, and so that's what they did for years and years.
So looking back, and you mentioned 30 plus years of getting together, and now you've got the nice studios upstairs and everything like that. That's pretty remarkable from where you started and where you guys are at right now.
We're incredibly blessed. I mean, I say this all the time. If you do anything for 37 years, you've been incredibly lucky, and we've been blessed, and we've had great support. We are fully listener supported. We are funded by our listeners and by our underwriters, the advertisers, the local businesses that partner with us. So that is how we're funded. Grants as well, obviously. As a nonprofit, all nonprofits take advantage of grants. But so the fact that we've been able to do that, and that this tri-state community has embraced us and supported us for that many years is amazing, and we're incredibly blessed.
So it's a radio station run like any other radio station in America, basically, but as a nonprofit. So what challenges are there as a not-for-profit trying to be a quote-unquote real radio station?
Well, with every nonprofit, fundraising is top of the list. And I guess if I could go back a little bit, when Bruce Rice tagged me to take over and the board approved me to be the executive director, I just remember this cold pit in my stomach, like, oh my gosh, I'm running a nonprofit Christian radio station, and it was just a very humbling feeling. Without the help of God, without the help of the staff, I couldn't have done it. And the donors and the grants that came in, there are some tough times. I had some tough decisions to make with any business. You got to meet payroll.
Right.
You got to make sure every year you try and give the staff a raise. You got to make sure the equipment is working. And you're kind of talking about that right now.
Right. The technology aspect continues to differentiate from back when we all started. So.
For sure.
And we talked about the meat truck. There's all these things that are coming up. Transmitter, we had to replace the transmitter. We all know what that costs. That's a $40,000 expense. And anyway, so I hope I answered your question.
Well, that's the challenge is money, basically. It's the primary challenge that you guys have.
The other aspect of that, too, is as a nonprofit radio station, and this is what we deal with when we talk to underwriters and set up these partnerships with local businesses, is that there's certain things that we can't say that a commercial station can say.
Right.
Call to action, and we can't talk about numbers and prices and all those sort of things when it comes to normal business stuff. So, it's challenging, but the reward of it is that because when we explain that to people and then when they understand that and grasp that concept, it really does just become about the fact that they believe in what we
you're
do
doing, yeah.
and the message that we're spreading, and that's what they want to support. And what they get is really just the ancillary benefit.
Right. And you promote this as a ministry.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Correct.
can you go into that a little bit, how this is a ministry?
Well, it's a ministry in that our mission statement is to communicate the gospel of Jesus Christ and to uplift, to edify, and to encourage. And we do that by the music that we play. The format that we play is contemporary Christian music. And our music speaks to our listeners. If you listen to it, it has a message. It has a positive message. And it's trying to get across the gospel of Jesus Christ. And each of the performers have a backstory. We bring concerts to the area.
Yeah.
For example, we had 10th Avenue North in Hannibal a couple months ago. And Mike, the lead singer, he got into the crowd, he sang, then he would stop, and he had a testimony. A lot of them have an amazing testimony. And what is really interesting is young people go to these concerts, and they go, wow, this is a great concert, I'm going to hear great music. Before you know it, you're hearing the gospel, you're hearing testimony, you're hearing how to get closer to God.
Do you find there's a fine line, though, with that testimony and with what you're doing, of being almost too preachy?
That's the beauty of it. And I'm going to let Broc answer that.
I get that, and I understand that. I think the beauty of it is that, and we're 88.5 The Mix. We're WGCA Radio. That's how a lot of people know us. But we've also branded ourselves here in recent years Positive Hits. And the reason for that is because there's enough negative things in the world. You can turn around left, right, any direction and find a negative opinion, find a negative thought, and we all struggle. Everybody struggles every single day with something in their life. We need more positive places to turn to, and that's what we offer. We offer messages that are positive, that are meant to, again, lift you up, encourage you, help you through that tough time. And that's what God does, but that's what music can do in general, I think, regardless of what genre you choose to listen to.
Do you play any music that's not labeled Christian?
Occasionally, for special occasions and you get to different holidays and stuff like that.
But the Christian music has just blown up, hasn't it, as a genre?
It really has.
Compared to like 10, 15, 20 years ago.
It is one of the fastest growing genres of music and radio in general across the country, according to a lot of reports the last couple of years, yeah.
That's got to help you guys, obviously. And do you, as far as your listenership, to people that you find, I don't know if you're able to get demographics of who's listening to you guys or not, but have you noticed it trending younger over the last 5 years or so?
To a certain degree, yes. We always tend to, our demographic has always lended towards the young adult to middle-aged female. So moms are our target a lot of times. And so young families, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at young kids, young families. And along those lines, it's funny you mentioned that, we are gearing in that direction too. We are cognizant of that. We want the younger generation to continue to know who we are and learn who we are and learn about this music if they don't know about it. So along those lines, we're doing a free concert at Hannibal LaGrange University on August 20th. So we want to reach that generation, and that's kind of an initiative for us right now as I'm stepping into this role. Getting on college campuses more and being able to offer a concert for free for that generation is a big thing, and we're going to be able to do that coming up in August.
Another example of our listener would be that young mom taking her kids to school. And as they're riding in the car, they play WGCA, and the kids will sing along. We hear many times how the kids are singing our songs along with their mom, and this is all good music. There's nothing bad in the lyrics of what they're singing. And that's kind of a neat thought, isn't it? Just picture in your mind the mom taking the kids to school and they're singing our music.
So what's the format? I know you got Greg Haubrick on in the mornings, right?
Yeah, the morning mix, he's live and local Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m. We have all local DJs. They all live here. They all work here. We have a DJ on the air 24/7 as well.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Nothing satellite, nothing like that.
No, the only other programming that we have that is not our people on the air, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m., that hour, we have Insight for Living, which is a biblical teaching program that's been on for many years. That's from 6 to 6:30, and then we have Focus on the Family, which is a nationally syndicated program that airs at 6:30, but that's the only syndicated programming. And then we have I shouldn't say that. Weekends, we do have a countdown show.
But that's no different than any other radio station, except that I would guess that you have more live DJs than a lot of your competition around here, don't you?
Well,
I mean, that's a lot. I mean,
I don't
24
know.
hours of. I know you probably don't know what the other guys are doing.
And they're not all live. We make no bones about that. They're not all live. Some of them are recorded, but yeah.
But they're all local people.
But they're all local people.
Yeah. So they do.
It's us.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for coming down. So, are you excited? What's the first? Okay, what's the first thing Bob didn't do that you're going to do, Broc?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a list of things. When I get Bob's job, I'm going to do. Well, first of all, give yourself a raise, probably. But outside of that,
He's not going to tell any silly jokes.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna save people from the onslaught of dad jokes. How about that?
all right, that's not a bad thing generally. So, but you could put him on air.
That's
Not that I don't enjoy a good dad joke.
Well, you could co-host with Greg in the mornings, and you could be his
that's
little
right.
sidekick there. You could do that.
Don't give him any ideas.
Well, guys, thanks.
They
for
don't
co-
let me in there. No,
they don't? Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Well, thanks for coming down. Bob Daly, Broc Hampsmire with WGCA. Good luck to you, and
Thank you.
good luck slowing down a little bit,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
spending some
Thanks
time
for
with family.
having us,
Yeah, no
seriously.
problem at all.
Thanks,
Thank
Ron.
you.
No problem. This has been the Business Spotlight, brought to you by the Bank of Springfield. I'm Ron Kinscherf from Muddy River News.
Sometimes life throws bold moments at you, like finding the perfect vacation or finding the ideal location. At BOS, we're there to help you meet those moments with bold confidence. So whether it's managing money for future plans or getting what you need to start planning your dream, we're here to bring you a better banking experience. Make the bold move and switch to BOS today.